The most budget, unkillable Demon Lord clan boss team. What is up, guys? This is Kael, and it's time to build that team. We are on the account of Mr. Florin today. In today's account takeover, he's got himself the Maneater, all fully booked up, at least as booked as it needs to be for this team to work, as well as the Painkeeper ready to rock and roll. He has everything he needs to make this unkillable Demon Lord team for Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. The man has just not been able to get it working, however, so I'm going to be taking a look at the team, giving you guys a walkthrough as to how we're going to be building this team, explaining why it works, all of that good stuff, and just getting this thing up and running, man. Quick word of warning, by the way, if you're ever trying to set up an unkillable Demon Lord team, you've got to be very, very careful when setting up the masteries on your champs. I'm just going to put this warning right at the get-go in this video. Masteries like Arcane Celerity, for example, has a 30% chance of increasing the turn meter of your champ by 10% when a debuff like a poison or an HP burn or whatever cast by this champ is removed or expires. Having this little turn meter increase their masteries and stuff just pop up. There's something like the defense tree as well that you've got to look out for. Good old cycle of revenge right here, right? 50% chance of increasing turn meter by 15% when an ally is attacked with a crit. These little turn meter boosters are going to completely throw off your speed timings, right? Because getting the stats just right on your unkillable teams is hugely important for making sure that your Maneater's unkillable buff, or whatever your unkillable champ is, in this case Maneater, you can't ever allow this buff to be falling off, right? Before we get into the stats required for this team, amen, if you're looking to start off a new Raid Shadow Legends account, man, and get a fresh start in the game with the best account opener possible, right? Free legendary champion Elnaril is your starter legendary, whole bunch of free epic champions as you level up your account, then look no further than buy beginner promo link, which you can find down below at the top of the video description box. Simply be signed out of Clarion Player on your PC, click on that son of a gun, use that promo link to create your new Raid account, man, for all of those insanely awesome starter freebies, man. Get your account off to the best start possible if you're looking to start off like a new alt account or a new free-to-play adventure or something like that. Okay, man, let's do this. Starting off with the most important component of the team, the champion on the team that has to be the fastest, which is going to be the Maneater, who needs to be running at speeds of, let me check my notes. Yeah, the Maneater speed has to be very, very exacting, right? 240 to 241 speed. So I'm going to go ahead and fix him up first because he needs to be the fastest champ on the team and his speeds needs to be absolutely perfect. Another rule for when building this team, by the way, the Maneater and Painkeeper unkillable team, is that every champion on the team needs to have in between, okay, 35,000 and 45,000 health. Your stun target champion on the team, in this case this could be Frozen Banshee for us, needs to have the highest health on the team and as close to just 0 defense as possible, which is obviously impossible, but they have to have as low defense as possible. And then your Painkeeper needs to be the champion on the team who has the second highest health on the team. In addition, every champion that is not your stun target on the team, so in this case the Frozen Banshee being the stun target, we want her to have very, very low defense. Every other champion on the team, doesn't matter who they are, need to have at least 2,000 defense, ideally a little bit more, right? We need to make sure that the boss is always attacking the same target, especially not the Painkeeper and not the Maneater with that stun, right? Because the boss is going to throw out that single target stun every third turn. It always needs to land on the same target. For us, that's going to be Frozen Banshee. She's going to be the sacrifice the island demanded. But we'll get to the stun target in just a little bit, man. First of all, the Maneater build. So the very first thing I noticed with this build straight away is just looking between the Painkeeper and the Maneater. The Maneater actually has more health than the Painkeeper, which is a problem. Again, the Painkeeper needs to have the second highest health on the team, remember, just behind the stun target. And so we're going to have to go back and dial the Maneater's health down a little bit. He's also running too fast. Remember, he needs to be running at 240 to 241 speed for Ultra Nightmare. And so would you know it, I've gone ahead and already ahead of time keyed in an unkillable Maneater build right here, which is just going to get his speeds just right, or almost just right. He's at 239 speed right now. His defense is looking good, and we're reducing his health just a little bit so that he's about the third highest health champ on the team now, falling in between the 35k and 45k bracket that we're trying to fit our champs into here, with the Painkeeper just having a little bit more health. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and throw a happy little 1-star speed glyph on the Maneater just now. And bam! That gets him up to exactly 240 speed now. And so the Maneater Done. Sorted. Move next onto the Painkeeper. Again, she has slightly more health now than the Maneater, which is great. And the Painkeeper's speeds, as per Mr. Floren's previous attempts at trying to set this team up, are actually perfect already. The highest that she can go is 222, which is exactly what she is on. The lowest she can go is 218. So she needs to be the second fastest on the team. 218 to 222. God, English is annoying sometimes. But yeah, as long as she's within that speed bracket, the Painkeeper's already good to rock and roll. Now for our damage dealers. Now, of course, we want to be focusing on HP burn, poison damage, that kind of thing as much as we can. Another thing to really avoid when you're building your damage dealers in this kind of unkillable team with the Maneater and the Painkeeper like this is you have to bear in mind that you cannot bring counterattack buff champions on the team, and you can't really bring ally attack champions on the team either. Why? Because whenever Painkeeper attacks in with their A1, she gets some 10 meter fill. It's gonna screw up your turn timings, right? It's gonna ruin everything. It's a really unfortunate limitation of this particular team that uses the Painkeeper and the Maneater like this. You just can't bring ally attackers because it just ruins the Painkeeper's 10 meter. Champion number 1 that we're going to bring is going to be Geomancer. Of course, just great Demon Lord damage dealer overall because of his passive and whatever, brings weaken, brings HP burn, all of that good stuff. Very, very good champ. The damage dealers need to be built between 175 and 178 speed. So our Geomancer is running really quite slow all up and over here. Once again, I've gone ahead of time and just sort of built him out a fresh little build that we can go ahead and slam on here. We're going to keep his crit rate nice and high with just some crit damage gauntlets. His accuracy is also going to stay, you know, good enough for what we need him to do into Ultra Nightmare, and his speed is going to finish up at 175 as well. So pretty good stuff. His defense is a little bit low. I'm just going to hope for now that the boss doesn't smack the Geomancer. Remember that rule of keeping our champs at least 35k health and at least 2000 defense is still in effect, so he's just a smidgen low. Hopefully we don't have to upgrade his shield in order to get his defense up, because frankly, the rolls on this shield are really bad. Like dodge speed every time, you know, but so hopefully we don't have to roll up that shield, man. But that's the Geomancer built out, and I believe the Kael is already good to rock. Oh my god, the Kael has like no accuracy. Oh bloody hell, we gotta fix that. So the Kael's speeds are actually okay. His defense is fine. He has a lot of defense actually. Oh, we've got the Kael in a defense % chest and attack % gloves. Ooh. Let me go ahead and patch up this build just real quick. I actually just checked on campaign. We're actually using Bellower as a campaign farmer, which is totally fine, like good stuff. Means that we don't need the Kael to be in lifesteal gear at all anymore. And so I'm actually going to take a much closer look at the Kael's build than I was anticipating here. Get his accuracy up such that he's able to land his poisons and try and keep his speed up where it needs to be. Okay, now all said and done, this is what we've got, man, for the Kael. So his speed is 178. It's still within the bracket that we're looking for, so that's good. His HP has also been bumped up just a little bit as well to that minimum of 35k, which I think should be fine. Should make it so that the boss doesn't try and just one-shot the Kael randomly. His defense is okay. Accuracy looking a hell of a lot better. A little bit of a crit cap, but that's just on account of the massive Relentless Gauntlets that we've got on him. Yeah, I think that this could work. Let's go ahead and slam the Kael in this gear, man. So that's our 2 damage dealers handled. Now it's time for the most important role on the team, which is the Frozen Banshee. And again, the job of the Frozen Banshee on this team is to just soak smacks from the boss and make sure that the boss, whenever it's using its stun, is always attacking into the Frozen Banshee, and we achieve that by getting her as low defense as possible. She's actually got 1200, which is... I'd like this to be even lower, but, you know, you can only really push this down so far. She's still got a lot lower defense than everybody else, and her HP is the highest on the team, but you don't really want to go any higher than 45,000 if you can. Otherwise, the boss will just say, she's got too much health. I'm not even going to bother trying to land the single target one-shot on her, you know? And so, like, it will throw off the boss's targeting if she has too much health. I think that this is okay. Another thing that you need with your stun target is glacially slow speed. I mean, we're talking like, what are the speeds you're looking for, man? Between 111 and 118 speed, okay? Which we've achieved with the Frozen Banshee. She's sitting at 115. She's just got some HP % gauntlets on. She's got HP % chest on. She's even got HP % boots on. So, yeah, we've done everything we can to make sure that these highest health on the team, but also keeping her extremely, extremely slow and extremely slow defense. We've also got some accuracy gear on her as well, though, to get her accuracy up and give her, like, a good shot, at least, of her landing her poisons and stuff like that. Against Ultra Nightmare, she still might struggle with this low of stats. Ideally, we could get like a good accuracy banner, like get her up to like rank 6 potentially, and get a good accuracy banner on her. An accuracy banner that doesn't provide any speed would be ideal. Might be a little bit tough though. We could also go ahead and throw some accuracy glyphs on the Banshee as well, but I don't want to commit to doing that on the account just now, just because it's a little bit low on resources as is. So, with all of this said and done, I think that this team is ready to rock and roll and is ready to try out into Ultra Nightmare Demon Lord and just see what it can do. I was getting a little bit nervous when the time comes to actually put the team into practice, and just hoping to God that it's going to come together and work at this point. And more than anything, just give Florence something to work with. Of course, having like a Kael on a team like this isn't super ideal. There are much better damage dealers that we could have on the team that, you know, aren't Kael. I will say though that I do like Kael or Frozen Banshee for use as the stun target on this team, because yeah, they're going to be very slow, they're not going to do a whole lot, but at the same time, at least the Banshee's going to be able to get up like poison sensitivity debuff against the boss and maybe land some poisons with the Air 1. So you don't want your stun target to be just absolutely dead weight and useless if you can, if you're building this team. What I will be doing is of course going in and disabling the Banshee's A2, because this affects our 10 meter. Any 10 meter fill effects like this that you can disable, you do want to go ahead and disable. So we're going to go ahead and get that done. Against Ultra Nightmare, at least the Maneater always needs to be prioritizing the hell out of the A3. That means opening with the A3 and then prioritizing it for the rest of the fight. So we'll go ahead and fix that. I'll just remove the Geo's A2, I think. I guess there's no like real penalty to leaving it active, but we'll go ahead and prioritize his A3, the kill, his A3. Now, the trick with this team is the opening order of your skills. It's quite a finicky team to get working. Sadly, it's not a team that you can just run on full auto, at least on Ultra Nightmare Demon Lord. You need to open up with a very specific combination of skills from your Painkeeper. So what I am going to do is set the Painkeeper to open with her A3. That's very important right away. And to be honest, why the hell not? Let's just do it live, right? So the Painkeeper needs to open with A3, then she needs to go into her A1, then use her A2, and then you can auto, right? So she opens up with the A3 right there. Everything's going as planned for the time being, at least. Oh my god, dude, the Geomancer just had his HP burn resisted. That's quite unfortunate. I'm going to go ahead and fix his accuracy real quick. Huh. The A3 is fully booked, and we're sitting on 260 accuracy. 230 accuracy or higher is recommended for Ultra Nightmare, so it shouldn't really be resisting on that. Okay, do-over. Anyway, do-over, man. Let's give it another shot. And we've also got the accuracy aura from the Frozen Banshee as well. Yeah, we shouldn't be having our skills resisted like that, man. I'm just going to go ahead and take that one as just like a freak, like 3% baseline resist chance, I suppose. Anyways, man, once again, with the Painkeeper, she's got to open up with the A3, which she does do right now because of the team AI settings that we've got on up. Then she needs to A1, then she needs to A2, and then you can full auto after that. So here we go. We're just going to go ahead and take over and manual for just a sec. We're going to make sure that she swings in with the A1, and then I believe we can actually just full auto from here, right? Because the next skill she uses should be her A2 in just a sec. There it is. And very good. No! The Kael took the stun and not the Banshee. Okay, so that indicates something is wrong with our builds. We could use a little bit more health on the Kael. And we might even need to drop a tiny bit of health on the Banshee as well. She's still going to have the most health on the team, but okay, for whatever reason, the boss was prioritizing the Kael instead of the Banshee. So we have to make the Banshee a bit more of an appealing target and the Kael just a little bit higher health. Okay, so a few upgrades on the HP banner on the Kael, as well as like a few just like minor HP percentage glyphs on the Kael. Has bumped up his health just a little bit. He's at like the 37,000-ish range just now. Let's see if we can also just peel down the health of the Banshee a little bit and try and get the boss targeting her with the stun. Okay, this is just about threading the needle now as much as we can. If I was to switch this amulet onto the Banshee instead, I managed to double roll into accuracy, so she actually gains a bit of accuracy and loses about 1,000 health, which is going to get her back down below 45k, just to 44k, still the most health on the team, but just a bit less health now. Maybe that might be enough. There's only one way to find out, man, as they say, right? So we're going to go ahead once again and just make sure that we manual the first turn at least for the Painkeeper. There's the Banshee, there's the A1 from the Painkeeper, and now we should just be able to full auto and just hope to God, hope to high heaven that when the stun comes in, it's coming in just now from the Demon Lord, it hits on the Banshee. Yes, dude. Oh god, okay, I love it when it all comes together. Well, it hasn't all come together yet, let's make sure that it plays out smoothly. But that is why you need to build the Banshee as a very appealing target for the boss's stun attack, right? She's got a very, very low defense, just high enough HP that she can live, but at the same time, just build her like this, it makes her the stun target. But you've also got to build her very, very slow so that the unkillable buff lasts extra long on the Banshee, right? You'll notice that the buff has fallen off of everybody else right now, right? She's the only, because she's moving so slow, the buff is lasting extra long on her because she's just taking less turns, and she has to be that slow if she's going to be the stun target so that she can live against the boss's smack like that. So far, so good. Let's just hope that the whole thing stays in sync now. You know what I'm saying? Now, the damage from this team might not be that incredible. Again, we're using a bloody Kael here. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Kael's on the squad. The Banshee needs more accuracy to reliably land her poison sense. The Geomancer should do okay. I think I'll be curious to see his damage numbers at the end of this, but more than anything, a team like this is going to give us something to build upon, right? And get some good legendary poisoners and stuff like that, right? The Calvalaxes of this world and stuff. I know, that's like the first guy that came to mind. Just the big juicy clan boss damage dealers, Ninja, that kind of deal. Can you even get Ninja anymore? Is Ninja like I don't think he's actually in the summon pool, is he, right? You have to get him like through special events, whatever. Anyways, man, the point is that this is going to give Mr. Florin, the account owner of this account, something to build on with this Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss team, man. That's the point. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to catch up with you guys in like 20 turns from now or something, and hopefully the team's timings are all working out and we haven't screwed anything up, and there are no like masteries that have been picked up that are going to ruin the run that I've missed, and hopefully we're still alive, is what I'm saying. So far, so good. Well, 10:30 and we're still alive, so that's good news at least. Again, the damage not looking as amazing. Actually, another consideration that I should mention as well is that against Spirit Affinity Clan Boss, specifically, Spirit Affinity Clan Boss, dude, it's a huge pain because, of course, when it throws out its big AoE attacks, Spirit Affinity Clan Boss actually places decreased speed debuffs randomly across certain champs on your team. It's going to throw off all your bloody timings. I think there's a way you can make it work if you run a cleanser in the team, but it severely reduces your damage because then you've got to run a cleanse champion somewhere in the squad. It's a huge pain. Spirit Affinity Clan Boss teams like this, I don't know, man. Beyond my skill. Okay, beyond my skill to heal, as Aragorn once said in Fellowship of the Ring. Yeah, not good. Every other affinity though, this team right here should work just fine. I picked the champions in this team with affinities in mind, so that this team will work against all affinities that are not Spirit. You know, we haven't got any champs in here that are going to be thrown off by different affinities of Clan Boss. It's just Spirit that's going to be a problem. And the end approaches, man. 110 before the boss one-shots the crap out of us. Ways that we can improve damage on this team, by the way. Masteries on the Frozen Banshee. Every other champ on the team does have their masteries built on out. The Geo and the Kael are doing fine as damage dealers. They're doing fine. They're doing okay. The Banshee's damage, by the way, like it reads as 1 million, but she's bringing poison sensitivity. So it's like, she's kind of doing more than she seems on the surface of things. If we could replace the Kael with like a better poisoner, just a better poison damage dealer in this squad, then we're looking pretty good. That could be a way that we could improve dam. Also, more accuracy on the Frozen Banshee. She just needs like accuracy glyphs, maybe an accuracy banner or something in future. Could be pretty tight as well. But you know what? Not too shabby. Nearly 29 million damage. That doesn't put us too far away, really, from being able to look to 2-key Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss with this team in the future, with just some damage dealer hop-ups on this squad. So, oh, man. Feels good. Feels good when a team like this finally can start to come together. You know what I'm saying? Couple of quick pointers for this account, by the way. Mr. Florin did ask that I just pull his primal shards just now. I'm just going to go ahead and refuse to do it, man. I'm making the executive decision. Okay, look, as soon as I'm done with this account takeover, Mr. Florin, sir, if you want to go ahead and pull your primal shards, man, progressive chance with attack locked in, good stuff, man. You do you know what I'm saying? It's totally fine. That's your decision to do that. For me, I would highly, highly recommend that you do not pull any of your shards, really, on this account until there are 2x events going on. It looks like we've just been pulling everything like a madman, which is great when it works out, you know, but generally speaking, waiting for those 2x events, man, for double the chance at pulling epics and legendaries from basically all shards in the game are what you want to be doing for an account that's For an account that is where your account is right now in terms of its life cycle, right, with like a dozen or so level 60s, you still really want to be waiting for 2x events before you're pulling your shards, rather than pulling for progressives and stuff like that. Oh, and another thing that we really got to grab. Oh my god, dude, we only have 1 level put into the gem mine. Bro! Dude, I would definitely be saving all my gems and getting this gem mine leveled up as quick as possible, man. I know it's a pain. I know it sucks. It doesn't feel gratifying to do it. It takes a long time for it to like sort of like pay for itself and sort of pay off, but absolutely, absolutely worth saving for. Okay, good stuff. We started to go into a little bit of attack nodes here, sadly, in the Great Hall, neglecting the accuracy nodes just a little bit. Yeah, it would be really, really nice to have some more accuracy nodes right here for our Magic Affinity champs to just help out the Banshee with landing her debuffs into Clan Boss. But the accuracy nodes in general, very, very high priority. I'm glad at least to see that our highest level node is an accuracy node, man. So that's just like my general take on the account overall. I think for the most part, the builds are doing pretty okay over the account. I'm not done with this account takeover just yet. I got some other things I want to touch on, but I wanted to make this one a separate video, man, covering setting up the Clan Boss team because it's a hell of a lot of stuff to digest. So hell, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you all did enjoy this one, man. There's going to be all kinds of information in the description box down below this video, by the way, for setting up this team. If you ever need to come back to this video and check the speeds and the stats that you're going to be aiming for on these champions, if you're setting up your own Maneater, Painkeeper, Unkillable team for Clan Boss, for Ultra Nightmare, then there's going to be all kinds of notes in the description box down below, man, to help you out with that. As well as, of course, I'll begin a promo link. That's down there too, man. It's at the top of the video description box, man. Simply hit that link and use it to create your new raid account to get a fresh start and raid with the best start possible, man, with Elnaril as your free start legendary. All kinds of epics as you level up your account, man. And just the best possible way, all in all, to start a new raid account, man. And, yeah. Get it done, man. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to catch all of y'all just a tad bit later, boys.